All right. Am I live? I think I am. Let me see. If you are in the chat right now, in the live chat, put 1 if you can hear what I'm saying. Oh, I'm not muted. Okay. So this is live, folks. The day that you all have been waiting for. This is a beautiful day. You know, a day really that I think many of you guys have been waiting a while for. I've been very excited for, because today I'm going to be giving away this Nintendo Switch 2 that I have right here to somebody. Well, I want to say somebody in this chat, but that might not be the case. Somebody that is subscribed, or that is a public subscriber. Now, before we get right into it, I do want to state a couple things. First of all, the journey we're about to embark on is one that, you know, a lot of people are super duper excited for right here in this chat, and I can't blame you. It's a free Nintendo Switch 2. And, you know, I think some people were maybe very hesitant, thinking like, is this even going to happen? Is this a W scam? And I have to admit, it's not a scam. I do have the Switch 2 right here. It's heavy here in the box. It's been a minute since I felt the Switch in the box. It's heavy in there. But I do have the names. You may think it's so many people that are entered into this giveaway, but it's really not even that many. I saw somebody in the chat say, well, it's only 1 in 1,300, guys. But really, it's higher odds than that, because actually, the amount of people that are public subscribers is a lot lower than 1 in 1,300. It's maybe about 1 in 495 is the exact number. So you actually have pretty, you know, like fairly decent odds. If you really think about it, it's not as low as you may think. And let me just show you, I do have the actual list in front of me of every single person that is a public subscriber, or at least that was a public subscriber by last night at midnight, because that is like where it had to be cut off, because it had to be cut off at some point. I couldn't just, you know, keep taking it forever and ever and ever and ever, because, you know, then some people would enter while I'm doing the giveaway. It wasn't possible. And I'd like to maybe do something like this again someday. I feel like it is kind of hard, because it definitely gets more difficult the more subscribers you have. Like, it was already quite difficult doing this, and I only had 1,300 subscribers, and only 495 of them were even entered. But let me cut over to this list here, because you guys may be surprised to see that, again, as you can see right here, it is only 495 people that are public subscribers that are entered into this giveaway right here. And I'm just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, but really 495, I feel like it could be higher, all things considered. Like, that could be a higher number than it is, and we have to be kind of grateful that the odds are somewhat in your favor if you are one of the people who are entered into this giveaway, because again, this didn't cost any money, and you really don't have like the lowest odds in the world of winning. So, you know, the time has essentially come. I do have a random number generator by my side here in the form of Siri, my virtual assistant. And yeah, I think without further ado, I should just throw it over to her. So, yeah, let me get my iPad here, and Siri, pick a random number between 1 and 495. Alright, wait, I could not hear what she said. I'm going to be real with you. Pick a random number between 1 and 495.
The answer is 139.
139. Shout out to subscriber number 139. You just got a free Nintendo Switch 2 as long as you claim it. Now, I am somewhat worried that they won't claim it, but let me find out who number 139 is. I gotta scroll very far back to find that person, because I did just scroll to 495, but let's see. Scrolling. We're getting close here. And 139 is going to be a subscriber by the name of Sacred. Sacred, let me show you. There you go. 139 right here. If your name is Sacred, you got it. Like, you got it, bro. You got the Switch 2. So, I mean, there it is. I hope that, you know, Sacred, if you're watching, if you're not watching, you know, I hope you claim it. That's all I hope, man. Because you are the lucky winner of the Nintendo Switch 2 given by me, Muhammad, here on the Muhammad SSBU channel. This is my first ever giveaway. It's so crazy to think about it too, because, you know, I always wanted to like be streaming more than I am, but really, if you think about it, my last stream was a month ago, and it was my 500 subscriber special. And that's just so crazy to me, because now I'm about to hit 1,500 subscribers. You know, we're on pace for that. So it has been growing really fast as of recently. But yes, Sacred, be sure to get hyped. If you don't claim it, I have to give it to somebody else. So I'm going to give you 72 hours or 3 days to claim your Nintendo Switch 2 that I have right here. Be sure to leave in the comments of, I'm going to make this into a full video, or the stream, you know, whatever you want to do, how you want me to contact you. Don't put your phone number in the comment section, please. But aside from that, you know, leave your Discord or whatever, how you want me to contact you. Then I can just mail this bad boy to you. I am going on a trip pretty soon here for about 2 weeks. But I do have some videos scheduled for the meantime. Also, I've been having so many people in the comments tell me to make a Discord. You should do this with a Discord, all this stuff about Discord. Look, I want to make a Discord. In fact, I did make it. I actually already made the Discord. Here's the only problem with that is I'm not Discord savvy. I haven't used a lot of Discord. So I definitely still have to kind of figure it out. If one of you could maybe teach me, but I do have a Discord server. On the full video of this and on my past couple full videos, I've linked a link to my Discord. I've just never talked about it because I don't want a whole bunch of people to join and I like don't even know what I'm doing on there. So maybe if I can be taught kind of how Discord works, but I do have some really big video ideas that I think Discord could be very helpful for in the grand scheme of things when you're talking about content. But yes, Sacred, I hope that you claim your Switch 2. You know, if you're here live or if you're watching this in the future. And if not, somebody else is going to get it. You have 3 days or 72 hours. And that kind of does conclude the giveaway. So I guess I'd just say thank you to all of you guys who showed up, who put me in the position where I can do this. You know, the content has been so fun to make lately. I still can't even believe I'm able to do this. And yeah, I've even been having like some companies reach out and say they want to help me do more giveaways and all this kind of stuff. So it's really cool to kind of have this opportunity. It's been so fun just watching all the growth, and I just really fell in love with, you know, making videos and stuff like that. You know, at first I was just doing it for fun, and then I just really realized I like it a lot. So now I do it as much as I can. But yes, if you have watched only one video, if you've watched every single video and commented on all of them, if you're a hater, if you're a lover, I just want to say thank you so much. And yeah, see ya. Alright, I didn't have a plan of what I was going to do after I said see ya, so now this is just kind of awkward. Alright, so let me just end this now. See ya.